They never really tell you that when you have kids or when you're around children for an excessive amount of time that you will end up getting whatever sicknesses they have coming from the daycare or school. I'm on my way to Starbucks to order an iced lavender matcha. I am clearly sick, is the reason why I sound a little bit more horsey, a little bit more sultry than I normally do. Sheikah.
I'm sorry, you didn't want to sound for me?
Sheikah.
Sheikah, what can I say for you?
Could I have a venti light ice lavender cream oat milk matcha?
Venti, light ice, lavender cream, oat milk matcha. Yeah, was there anything else for you?
That'll be it.
That'll be all?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. We'll see you for 6:45, okay?
Thank you. I'm at Starbucks, and I didn't record me ordering, but I'm sick, of course, because y'all kids are sick at daycare and school, and yeah. So that's why I sound the way that I do. And I'm not gonna make this long because I've really been trying to keep my TikToks and videos under a minute long. But just the girls that get it, get it. And that's all I'm going to say about this social media and internet shit. The girls that get it, get it. And the girls that don't, won't. Sometimes I really just want to come on here and be completely transparent about my intuition and discernment when it comes to people viewing my content or not viewing my content. Sometimes I really wish I can tell y'all I know why you're doing that, but that mindset and mentality doesn't apply to me anymore. And I really don't want to say that because I also know why certain people don't come on here and be transparent, because it's just always something where somebody is trying to use something against you or trying to test you. And I just rather not even open the doors for that. I'd rather not say certain things that will open up Pandora box. Even though it already applies, it's just that I'm not acknowledging it. Through just me talking to y'all like this. But I don't know. And then, people are so contradicting and hypocritical. And sometimes I really just be wanting to go point for point, bullet for bullet, fact for fact. And I'm just it's useless. It's useless. And it's I really grew up on the saying, I'll show you better than I can tell you. That's really my issue. It's I'm not going to tell y'all nothing, but you will see. You will eventually see. And yeah. Social media is giving me I need to write a script for myself. And I'm going to get irritated and annoyed if I think about it like that. Because I don't know. But I feel like the things that go viral and the things that y'all pay attention to, it's character based. It's somebody portraying a character. And yeah, obviously the character is entertaining, but it's a character nonetheless. It's this person is getting on camera and acting a certain way that is this personality, this persona, a, a persona, a personality. And, 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 It's so crazy, y'all. It's so crazy because I'm trying to figure out like when am I gonna film another YouTube video, and this is why I'm thinking like this. But I'm like, the things that go viral for like small content creators and like small influencers and stuff like that are people who have like this personality, like this character is this character. And I just think that it's so crazy that I kind of started this like pursuit of social media, whatever, so late in comparison to like when I started like really being inspired by the content that I was consuming. But like it's crazy because I've changed completely. Like I changed completely, and my personality I feel like changed as a result of that as well. And I won't even say that. I'll just say that I experienced some things that changed my perception about how I express my personality and the reasons why I'm doing something. And all of that, to make a long story short, is like I'm thinking too hard about it. I'm thinking too hard about being myself. And it's because when I was younger, I feel like if the life that I lived in my past was to be caught on camera, that's definitely the stuff that people go viral for today. But like then I went through like experienced some things and learned some things, and I changed completely. Like I changed how much I show myself and to who I show myself. Like I just became very more protective and like like closed off, if I'm being honest. And I don't want to make this too long. I really don't. But yeah, I think I'm finally getting into the nitty gritty of why it seems so weird for me to show up on camera. And it's because I allowed some circumstances that were out of my control define me, and internalized outward circumstances, and like internalized things that were like internalized it to the point where it changed me. And I guess that's like PTSD. That's like traumatized. Like I'm traumatized. And I got to find a way to like get back to myself without like not acknowledging these like not acknowledging the valid truths about like people and how the world works, because that's still very valid. It's just that I got to find a balance. I have a question. I'm curious to know. Has anybody ever like learned about all of the issues in your family, or like all of the issues in your family that you observed, and you understand it to where it's like you just have the perspective of like not wanting to, like not feeling super confident and like joyous about, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking about like just like family and like kids and marriage and things like that, because I feel like I've been single for a while now, and I wasted a lot of time, and I'm only getting older, and biological clock for women and stuff like that. And it's just like all of this stuff, and I'm really trying to put things into perspective and figure out and make a decision on like what I want to do, because it's not until I ultimately decide what I want out of life and make that decision that these things are going to manifest and happen for me. Because as long as I'm in a state of confusion or just like indecision, it's not going to be how I want it, because I won't be working for it, because I won't be looking for it, because I won't be open to it. And I'm just trying to make a decision on if I really want the responsibility or not. And it's just like, I wish I did not grow up with this sense of like societal pressure and expectation that, women's value is found in motherhood and being a wife. And like, I just feel like super, like, huge disappointment about like if I'm never able to experience being a mother in this lifetime due to me just not really being satisfied and content with the world that we live in and all of these issues of reality. And it's just like, I don't want that for my children. I don't want them to suffer, to struggle, to feel heartache and pain. I don't want them to be exposed to those, to the bad things of this world. But at the same time, I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing here? See, if I had a lot of followers, I would have felt like it made sense for me to do a Q&A. And my supporters, my fan base, supporters, friends, whatever, would have had a chance, would have had a chance, opportunity to get to know me a little bit better. That way, my personality on camera would make a lot more sense. Um, and there would be a lot more dialogue and like engagement, interaction, and stuff. But it's so weird and it's such a long story. And it's like, I just need to film a YouTube video and really talk about this stuff, which I was planning to do. But the only reason why I haven't been picking up my camera to film a YouTube video is because, again, nobody, there's not enough interaction. There's not enough people watching for me to just give away things. And I'm trying to do social media for work, for monetary gain. Like, I'm actually not just posting on here for fun. I'm actually posting on social media because I'm trying to grow a following so that I have enough people and in turn can make money. It's supposed to be a job. This is work for me. I wonder if people ask themselves like, why, I post every single day. I post multiple times a day. I don't care if it looks like I'm on my deathbed and I'm coughing up a lung. I treat this like work. This is supposed to be a career opportunity for me. And the only reason why I haven't been like made more sense and talked more open about it is because I'm not going to share this information and I know there's not enough people where it will make a difference. And it's so ironic because social media, people want you to come on here and they want you to tell your business and they want you to talk. Yeah, sure. I'll tell my business and I'll speak about any and everything as long as I know that it's for a reason, as long as I know that it's actually getting through to some ears. And it's like, that's that saying, fake it until you make it. And people tell you, just be confident, just, be delusional. And it's like, I'm so beyond that. I'm not only am I delusional, I actually have invested. I've actually put in the work. I actually will continue to put in the work until I see this thing turn into what I started doing it for. And sure, there's a bunch of people, a bunch of naysayers, a bunch of unbelievers. But what's that have to do with me? How somebody else feels about my content or feels about me as a person has absolutely zero power in what I'm working for, what I'm working towards, what I will work to achieve. However, obviously, you need numbers to grow. So it's like I'm supposed to come on here and be like, oh my God, I'm such a damsel in distress. I'm such this person. Bitch is this, bitch is that. Bitches be like, and just be this, just be something that would get views, but would be an act. And I'm not acting. A lot of the stuff that I post is my real life. This is really who I am. I'm being open and honest because I'm not just trying to do this for short-term clout purposes. I'm doing this to do something that has never been done for myself and open doors and opportunities that you literally can only open from being on social media and putting yourself out there to the world. It's giving access to people and places that I don't have the resources to go and knock on their door and say, hey, can you watch this video for me? I didn't want to make this video so long. I probably won't even post this, but my reason for posting this is because I'm posting gym content. I'm posting hair content, makeup content. I'm talking and trying to share my personality. I'm posting relatable, realistic, what I'm doing since I quit my job and I made a YouTube video about it. I'm posting this because there is a method, there is a strategy, but I get it. It's really hard for people to support something, and it's really hard for me to ask people to support me because I'm just like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there regardless. It's just gonna take me longer and it may be a bit harder if I don't just ask for support. But I've asked for support, y'all. I've asked for support. And the only time things blow up is when I'm talking about something negative. As far as people leaving comments. Like, I see people have been liking my content a lot more. I'm grateful for that for sure. But I know in order to blow this account up, I will have to come on here and act a blatant fool. I would have to come on here and literally portray myself to be something that I'm not necessarily. Not to mention anyone in specifics, but like, there's a girl on here that blew up. So many people blow up from like just drama and just being like boisterous, like, what's up, bitches? I'm back again with another video or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, do I really have to act like that all of the time to get your attention, for you to pay attention to me? Because just because somebody doesn't come on camera and act a fool or act loud, it doesn't mean that they're not capable or that they don't live or they haven't experienced life. You'd be surprised at the things I've experienced. You'd be surprised at the things that I've participated in willingly, provokingly. I just don't get down like that for 57 followers. And I hate this for myself because this is not who I am, actually. I'm more of a person who would rather live off grid. I'd rather not talk to nobody. I'd rather nobody look at me, talk to me, But obviously, we don't live in a world where I can do that, and it makes complete sense. So here I am. It's not for fun. Sharing my life with a bunch of people on the internet and how evil the world is. No, this is not for fun. I would not choose to do this if I didn't think that this was something that is more so aligned with who I am versus me sitting behind a cubicle getting back on the rat race treadmill. I mean, hamster wheel. You know, I refuse. I'm not doing that. And I felt like it's been very hard, very challenging for me to communicate with people about who I am, to get an understanding about me, because I feel like people, people have said how people can only understand you from their level of understanding. Basically, people can only understand as far as their perception allows them to understand. So it's like sometimes I feel like I have said something as straightforward and as direct as possible, and sometimes people can still not comprehend what is being said, and all of these other things start to come into play. But it's just like, if I meant something else by what I just said, I would have said something differently. I said exactly what I meant, how I meant it, how I needed to say it. And it's just like, I feel like that has been a real discouraging communication barrier, like lost in translation thing for me, and kind of discouraged me from communicating a lot. And it's because it's just like, you say one thing and sometimes some people want to misconstrue what you say, or misinterpret what you're saying. And it's like, it happened to literally, it happens in life, okay? Like, literally, you could write a book and pass out a book to 10 different people, and they would all come up with 10 different conclusions on what the book is about and what the meaning of the book is about. And it's the same thing I feel like with conversing and communicating with people. It's like, I can tell y'all exactly what I mean and say it exactly how I mean it, and y'all will come up with 10 different assumptions and conclusions about what I said. And it's just like, I would have said something differently if I meant something differently. That's how I work. I'm very, like, I guess, direct and straightforward. Like, I don't have time for the games. Like, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean for the most part. And yeah, but that's really, I feel like, the con to communicating with people. It really has discouraged a person like me, because it's like, I don't have any hidden agendas. Like, I'm gonna say exactly what I mean, and I'm gonna mean exactly what I say. I don't know who else is like that. I just want everybody to know that when I finally get what I've been working so hard for, the people that have been lurking but not supporting me are gonna want to start supporting me. And let me just tell you this: I'll never forget how much y'all did not support me. I'm not really in the mood to make content. I wanted to talk about my journey with, like, trying to balance content creation, posting on social media, and, like, real life. Um it's so hard to really express everything and articulate everything within 10 minutes. So I'm not going to even try to. This is something that I really need to bust out my Osmo Pocket 3 for and record a YouTube video, because the details But also, I'm really battling right now just being like introverted because social media is like for the extroverts. And I feel like I've 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 hidden behind not really wanting to create certain content or like put certain, like everybody has this advice, right? They're like, do trending topics and be consistent and get a niche and post this many times a day, not just for TikTok but just all around. And it's like when I first when I first made an account, I did start that way. I started doing all of that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make makeup videos. I'm going to do hair tutorials. I'm going to talk about natural hair care. I'm going to, you know, and then I wanted to have fun with it. And, I was following some trends. And, I see people on social media like saying things that feels like a reference towards me, but not directly. It's like indirectly. And just real life versus social media, real life versus curation. And now I'm just like, I have so many things that I can use as an example as to like why I feel like this is becoming something that I'm overthinking instead of something that I'm just doing. Um and it's like the pressure is getting worser. It's getting worse because it's like I was just so like 10 toes down, like foot down on this is what I want to do with my life for valid reasons and valid points. And it's just like not going the way I expected it to go at all for myself. Like it's not whoever is consuming my content. It's I'm making myself feel like this. And the fact that I really don't have anyone to talk to about it makes it even worse. Like a real life person. The point of me telling y'all that I was from LA is so that y'all would understand the culture of LA. What it's like on top of me being a black woman. It's like, and it's not even just LA. It's a lot of people that are just envious and jealous or just whatever. So I can't really be like, and I don't want to like I don't. It's like that girl who started that Lizzie McGuire trend, and everybody started doing it, and it's like I can start trends, but it'll just look like it'll just like it all turns into mush. It all turns into mush, and I don't want my content to be mush. I don't want my content to be things that you can get from anyone else. I don't like I don't that's not my style. That's not what I want. I feel like I've always been made to feel like I stand out. Like I don't fit in. And it's like that's perfect for content creation for social media because I don't want to be like everyone else. I never have. And am I inspired by people? Yes. Do I take some things? But I've never been just a straight copycat. Like if I've seen something that's inspired me, I've always made sure that I put my own twist and my own spin on it, and I want to. And I just don't know how to feel about me being inspired by some of the ways, some content styles and ideas, and then working so hard on it, and it's like, wow, this is good to whoever thinks it's good, and next thing you know, everybody's doing it, and it's like, well, who was the first person that started doing this? And it's like, we don't know. And it's like, we do know. And some people will go as far as to not even give credit to that first person. Because, like, I believe too that there's nothing new under the sun. But I also believe that things can be new to that individual, can be unique, can be individual, individuality. It's not new. They were inspired, obviously. They've taken these ideas, but then they formulated it to something that we've never seen before, or something that's just a bit different. And to not get credit for that, and then everybody just decides to run and not acknowledge or even just so selfish. It's a huge obstacle that's blocking me from putting my heart and soul into my content, because I don't know, I'm honestly exhausted. Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.